World-class man OTD signing given major boost by Fabrizio Romano as new talks planned. The chances of Gianluigi Donnarumma joining Manchester United this summer have risen following a big update from journalists including Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs, with a separate report claiming that new discussions have been scheduled. Donnarumma was one of Paris Saint-Germain's best players last season as they won an incredible quadruple of the Champions League, Ligue 1, Coupe de France and Trophée des Champions under Luis Enrique. PSG's hugely ambitious Qatari owners have chased the Champions League since buying a majority stake in the club in 2011, and they finally reached that goal. Donnarumma reaffirmed his place among the goalkeeping elite by putting in several amazing performances on PSG's route to Champions League glory. He has already been called, arguably, Italy's only world-class player by The Athletic in 2024. With his current deal expiring in June 2026, the former AC Milan star was expecting to be handed a bumper new contract by PSG to reward his top-class displays. However, he has been left disappointed by PSG's contract offers, which has seen negotiations grind to a halt. The chances of Donnarumma leaving PSG and joining another world-renowned club such as Man Utd or Manchester City have been growing in recent weeks. Transfer reporter Jacobs has revealed that the French giants view new signing Lucas Chevalier as their number one, which is why Donnarumma has been excluded from Enrique's squad for the UEFA Super Cup. PSG will face Europa League winners Tottenham Hotspur in Italy on Wednesday, but Donnarumma will not be involved. Romano added that Donnarumma will not sign a new deal at PSG. There's no agreement, and he will 100% leave the club. That will happen either this summer or via a free transfer in summer 2026. The shot-stoppers can't feel it is unfair the way he has been treated by PSG, who agreed a €55 million, £47.5 million package with Lille to make Chevalier his replacement. In a follow-up post on X, formerly Twitter, Romano wrote that Donnarumma's relationship with the PSG hierarchy is completely broken. In a major lift for Man OTD, the Premier League is his most likely destination. United are eager to sign an elite replacement for Andre Onana and are aiming to land Donnarumma before rivals Man City. It emerged earlier on Monday that United have planned a new round of talks with Donnarumma's agent, Enzo Raiola, for this week. Man OTD could sign Gianluigi Donnarumma for just £26 million. United have been alerted by the fact that PSG could accept bids worth just €30 million, £26 million, for Italy's number one due to the fact his contract is winding down. Team Talk revealed on August 3rd that Donnarumma is keen on joining United this summer. He is enticed by the prospect of playing for a club of United's stature, even if they cannot offer European football for this season. Sky Sports confirmed on July 31st that United are interested in making Donnarumma their latest statement signing, although they will have to work hard to land him before City. Pep Guardiola's side are spying a deal for Donnarumma even after the addition of James Trafford. Sources confirmed to Team Talk on June 17th that City had made an inquiry about his situation. A report claimed on Friday that City and Bayern Munich are both providing United with competition for Donnarumma. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Brighton reject Man Ut's opening player plus cash swap deal for £115 million rated Carlos Baleba. Man Utd are offering Brighton a major talent in return for Carlos Baleba. Brighton have reportedly rejected Manchester United's opening bid for Carlos Baleba, which included a player, as part of the deal. United are now looking for midfield reinforcements, having so far focused on attack with the arrivals of Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo, and Benjamin Sesko, and have identified Baleba 21 as their top target. According to the Standard, Man Utd launched a player plus cash swap offer for the Cameroon international. The Red Devils offered Toby Collier in a part exchange deal for the defensive midfielder. This comes following recent reports suggesting the Seagulls would only begin to consider a bid worth over the £115 million they accepted for the sale of Moises Caicedo to Chelsea in 2023. And Fabian Herzler's side has insisted Baleba is not for sale this summer. Nevertheless, United remain undeterred and are planning to continue pushing for the Cameroonian's signature. Baleba missed Brighton's last 3 preseason games, having not played since mid. But it was reported the midfielder has been struggling with a knee injury, picked up in training, and was with the rest of the squad on Saturday to watch his teammates in action against Wolves. Brighton, though, are still preparing for Baleba's potential exit with a succession plan. Diego Gomez and Malik Yalquay are already posing as potential successors in midfield. Jack Hinchelwood, Matt O'Reilly, Matt Zweifer, and Yassine Ayari are also pushing for more minutes this coming season. This is a tried-and-tested formula for Brighton, as they've lost key players in the past, such as Yves Bissouma, Caicedo, and Alexis Mac Allister, only for others to step up and fill in. Carlos Baleba, joining Man United, relies on Ineos striking critical £40 million deal as soon as possible. Manchester United have turned their attention to Brighton midfielder Carlos Baleba as their next transfer target this summer. The recent £66 million arrival of Benjamin Sesko has taken Manchester United's summer spending north of £200 million. But the signs are that Ineos won't stop there. United have made contact over Carlos Baleba. The Brighton stance is that they don't want to sell their talented midfielder for at least one more year. It was widely anticipated that United would struggle financially this summer, with the Red Devils appearing close to their limits under the profit and sustainability rules. So far, Ineos have managed to be flexible with United's transfer budget. But to sanction a big money move for Carlos Baleba, the Red Devils will have to sell. Alejandro Garnacho's sale will be key to Carlos Baleba pursuit. It has been reported that Brighton want £100 million for Baleba if United are going to make a deal happen this summer. United can't afford Brighton's asking price, but player sales could make it possible. Marcus Rashford's loan move saved United £15 million, but that has been the only significant departure this summer so far. Ineos will be keen to get the cogs turning on deals for the likes of Alejandro Garnacho. Out of the remaining 4 unwanted players left out of Amorim's squad, Garnacho's sale will be the most critical for Ineos. As a Carrington graduate, Garnacho's sale will represent pure profit on the accounting books, which will have a huge impact on the budget. United want £40 million for Garnacho this summer, with talks ongoing with Chelsea to reach an agreement on a permanent sale. How Man United can raise £100 million for Carlos Baleba deal. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Baleba's personal terms will not be an issue. So the only head-scratcher for Ineos is how they will afford the £100 million asking price. United in Focus previously explained how United can still afford a mega deal this summer, and much of it relies on the sale of. Under the current financial rules, the price of incomings is amortized over several years, meaning their accounting costs are spread. Ineos spread the cost of Cunha and Mbeumo and will likely use a similar strategy for Baleba. In contrast, sales are registered immediately, meaning Garnacho's sale would provide an instant £40 million boost to United's PSR calculations. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Man City plot shock move to sign Real Madrid star Rodrigo with Grealish and 2 more outcasts giving green light to leave. Manchester City are considering a move for Real Madrid winger Rodrigo, according to reports. The Citizens are set to lose some attacking talent before the transfer deadline next month. Jack Grealish is on the verge of completing a loan move to Everton ahead of the Premier League opening weekend. Meanwhile, James McAtee is closing in on a £20 million move to Nottingham Forest following his successful U21 European Championship campaign as England captain, with 2 players expected to depart and Savinho potentially following. Manager Pep Guardiola has been exploring potential targets for his attack. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has claimed that Rodrigo is an option being considered. Real Madrid will let the 24-year-old leave the Santiago Bernabeu if he wants to. However, they have set an asking price of around £86.6 million. Manchester City used Real Madrid as a way to humiliate Arsenal yet again. Real Madrid fans have not seen much movement in the transfer market since the club announced Alvaro Carreras signing a few weeks ago. To be very honest, Real Madrid fans have been looking for space to open up in the first team before they even think about signing another player. And since their 25-man squad is now full, there have been hardly any movements. Even on the sales side, they're focused on selling Castilla players, but a move for a first-team player just has not arrived. Manchester City could sign a superstar player from Real Madrid this transfer window. However, that may be changing very soon. According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester City are looking at Rodrigo as an option to reinforce their winger position this summer, in case there are a number of wingers leaving the club, which seems like a possibility. This has been the biggest domino for Real Madrid's sales this season. Rodrigo has been rumored to be leaving the club at many points during the window. And as it started looking like he could stay, Manchester City entered the room. Manchester City believe Rodrigo could be an ideal option in the attack for the player. Pep Guardiola has always been a fan of the player, and if they can convince Rodrigo to move to England and pay an important fee, Real Madrid could open up a roster spot. Real Madrid have been holding out for a big offer for the player. It has always been mentioned that the club would consider an exit only if a big offer comes in for the Brazilian. If not, they are more than happy to keep him. However, there was also an important bit to consider. The less Rodrigo plays, the less Real Madrid get for the player. So, a move for the player would have been quietly beneficial for the club too. Arsenal were previously linked with the player, but if Manchester City managed to secure his signing, someone both Arsenal fans and club officials reportedly wanted, it would certainly sting. This would also kick Manchester City back up to the cream of the crop in the Premier League. They had a down year last time around, but signing a player like Rodrigo would mean they finally have a world-class winger after a very long time. It's obviously nowhere near done. Things could always get rejected. These transfers don't always pan out. But this could be huge for Rodrigo, since he could still leave the club, despite rumors initially dying down. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Eberechi's response to Arsenal transfer links after Crystal Palace's Community Shield triumph over Liverpool. Eberechi was quizzed about speculation, linking him with a move to Arsenal after Sunday's Community Shield at Wembley. After netting in Crystal Palace's FA Cup victory in May, Ez was named in Oliver Glasner's starting sheaf for their curtain raiser on Sunday. Palace twice went behind at the home of football against Arne Slot's new-look Liverpool, but equalized on both occasions courtesy of goals from Jean-Philippe Matata and Ismail Assar. For the third season running, the Community Shield was decided on spot kicks. And despite Ez missing from 12 yards, Palace went on to win thanks to a pair of saves from Dean Henderson. Palace subsequently made their way up the 107 steps of the trophy presentation route to celebrate their success, but questions immediately turned to the future of their star man as the England international made his way down the stairs. A fan questioned him on the speculation surrounding a potential move to the AMI. Ez briefly made eye contact with the supporter in question before appearing to crack a smile at the remark as he walked away. The apparent gesture has led to some fans on social media insisting that Ez will be making his way to North London this summer to join Mikel Arteta's side. The Gunners have already enjoyed a productive window after a third successive third-place Premier League finish, including the additions of Martin Zubimendi and £64 million striker Victor Gyökeres. ESI's £68 million release clause reportedly expired earlier this month, with Palace now able to charge whatever they choose for their prize asset. Reports suggest Arsenal value him below the £68 million fee, but that Palace chairman Steve Parish may lower his valuation as the window goes on if he fears Ez could run his deal down into the final year. However, Ez has remained a key target for the club, with reports suggesting that Arsenal's recent spending will not preclude a move for the 27th. Last term, he scored 8 goals and registered 8 assists in the Premier League as Glasner's men secured a 12th place finish. Ez's departure would be a major hit to Palace, who are also at risk of losing captain Mark Jehi, with the centre-back being linked with Liverpool. Meanwhile, last season's top goalscorer Mateta is also being monitored by a number of clubs. If Arsenal were to agree a deal for Ez in the region of £60 million, it would take their summer spending past £250 million, including Victor Gyökeres. Arteta's side have also welcomed the arrivals of Noni Madueke, Christian Mosquera, Kepa Arrizabalaga and Christian Norgard this summer. The Gunners kick off their Premier League campaign on Sunday with a visit to Old Trafford to take on Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. Arsenal close in on marquee signing after reaching financial agreement. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta plans to continue his transfer business with the manager identifying his next target. The Gunners have made some big moves this summer. They have already completed high-profile signings of Martin Zubimendi, Noni Madueke, and Victor Gyökeres this summer. After finishing second in the Premier League for 3 seasons in a row, the North London club have acted with ambition in the transfer market. Their next aim is add a creative and attacking player in the wide position, and the player they have on their radar is Crystal Palace star Eberechi to Arsenal. Fresh from his Community Shield success, Ez could be the next player to arrive at the Emirates Stadium this summer. Football transfers have reported that the financial terms have been agreed between Arsenal and Palace for the transfer of the England international. The Gunners are set to pay a total of €63.5 million, £55 million for the English star, with €34.5 million, £30 million to be paid up front. The remaining sum will be covered through additional installments, the structure of which is still being discussed. The main stumbling block to finalizing the transfer lies not in finances, but in Crystal Palace's readiness to sanction the sale. Palace are determined to line up a suitable replacement before allowing one of their most influential players to depart. Complicating matters further is the club's current leadership situation. Palace have yet to appoint a replacement for departing sporting director Dougie Freedman, a figure who played a key role in transfer negotiations and recruitment strategy. Crystal Palace are holding up the deal, without someone in that position to oversee the final stages of the deal and secure Eze's successor. The club has been reluctant to give the final green light. For Arsenal, securing Ez would be a significant statement of intent. Arteta is an admirer of the creative midfielder who scored 14 goals and provided 11 assists last season for the Eagles. While the move is not yet over the line, all indications suggest that once Palace resolve their internal and recruitment matters, Ez could soon be making the switch to the Emirates Stadium. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.